Hey, it's Styles from Brand Content Studios. Here is your content marketing quickie for the week of November 12th, 2019. My birthday. Well, not 2019. I wasn't born yesterday. We told you it happened and now it is, so now we'll tell you what we told you was going to happen is happening, so you'll know what's happening and what podcast to listen to know in advance what things are going to happen. Instagram decided maybe it's best to not show the world how many likes a post gets. The poster can see, but nobody else. The idea was to make social media a little less about competing for popularity and bragging rights, and maybe disincentivize a strategy built mostly on getting likes. So they've been testing this out in a few other countries like Canada, Ireland, Italy, Japan, Brazil, Australia, and New Zealand. And they must be liking, pardon the irony, what they see. Because now Josh Constein reports the test has rolled out to some users in the United States of A. Instagram CEO is Adam Mosseri, and he says the idea is to give people more space to focus on connecting with the people they love and things that inspire them. You know, to reduce anxiety and social comparison. Well, that'll be good, but this hiding likes thing is giving certain people plenty of anxiety. Influencers, influencer marketers, and people who only care about Instagram's bottom line. See, influencers live and breathe by engagement. It's part of what they sell. With this, brands won't be able to easily see for themselves who the rock stars are. And if likes aren't seen, the thinking is others won't be as motivated to express their like. A study by Hype Auditor is proving they aren't just being paranoid. Influencers almost unanimously saw their like counts drop where the testing was being conducted. Drops of 3 to 15% for influencers with 5,000 to 20,000 followers. The biggest hits to influencers were in Brazil for some reason. As for how Instagram is risking hurting itself, these influential content makers are a big part of why users keep coming back to the platform every day. But Mosseri says they're willing to take the financial hit if it makes the online world a better place. They're hoping online shopping, which they want to get much more into, might lead to new revenue streams for influencers and keep them in the game. And remember, this is still just a test, but obviously one they're continuing and expanding. Think it'll stop at Instagram? No way, Sharpay. Facebook itself started testing it in Australia in September. And in case you don't see the number of likes on my Instagram, just assume I got so many it broke my little icon heart. I do take AI seriously. I really do. Even though I tease it relentlessly for being an overhyped panacea for every problem you ever had, Igor Volchinin reminds us in Martech's series we're all interacting with it already. Although there truly is a difference between machine learning and true AI. And 70% of organizations are all ready to help, in quotation marks, their workers by adding AI solutions by 2021. Now, for us marketers, Igor says we should probably understand what it is and isn't, what it will do and won't do. So he helpfully laid out the most common myths about AI in marketing. So get ready to maybe have your current belief system rocked. 1, AI will solve all your problems in 2020. Computers are awesome at analytics and quantitative stuff, but they still need you for that. AI won't be that great if the data you have and use to teach it with is inadequate or garbage. For instance, because of my elementary school science project, several of my peers to this day think the planets are made up of styrofoam balls. They got wrong information. First-party data will determine if the content you deliver will resonate with your target audience. Be careful that the marketing tools you're thinking of buying are focused on the problem you're trying to solve. Don't get buried in whiz-bang. And remember, it's still humans that will do the creative that emotionally touches other humans. Myth number 2. AI and automation are the same. AI is more than automation, and either way, it should augment, not replace, the existing ways of working that you have in place. AI might not automate the creative process, but it can inform those human creatives so they'll know right where to aim their creative powers. 3. AI is going to replace you. Look, when new technologies come along, it changes the jobs picture and the skills that are in demand. There's nothing really new about that. AI can make you more productive without outright replacing you. You might find yourself in a different role that you didn't even know existed. Did you know there are chief AI officers now? And it's predicted that by 2022, the AI industry will have created almost 60 million more jobs than it replaces. You know who predicted that? An AI machine. It's a trap. So along with AI, we have to keep our eye on this whole switch to voice thing. We've talked about it here before, especially about how it is completely changing the whole SEO game. But there's even more to consider. Crown Peak's Chief Product Officer Darren Garnachia says all this voice assistant stuff has a name. It's called ambient computing. That's when computers just help you without you needing to manually activate anything. And for us marketers and communicators, it will change everything about how we approach how we communicate. Well, I hope it does. Many businesses don't even pretend to care how they communicate. Just make something, put it on the internet, check that box. Voice assistant use looks to triple in the coming years. The market grew over 55% in Q2 of this year. Plus, Voice Assist is already on your smartphone, you know. 94% of Voice Assistant users say the tech actually improves their quality of life. So maybe don't gamble on this being a fad that will pass. Sure, right now it's mostly used to check the weather and play music, but over 40% have searched for product info using Voice Assist, and 26% have bought something that way. Aha! Here's where you come in, you content marketer you. Turns out people are just downright more receptive to voices than other ad technology. So, what are you doing to get ready for that? Darren gives us some things to definitely not do. Don't give responses that don't answer what the user was asking. In voice, that comes across as especially ignorant and rude. Know what they're likely to ask and answer it precisely and conversationally. If you read your website to them, you're dead toast. Also, the importance of having a clear, distinct brand voice takes on a whole new meaning because, literally, it's going to be a voice. It should be consistent and instantly recognizable as your brand and only your brand. Your brand personality now needs an actual, living, breathing brand personality. a spokesperson. I've mentioned before that my dream job would be going in and super simplifying and humanizing company content and presenting it with a personality that truly stands out, that people can get attached to. The voice revolution makes the need to do this crystal clear. Lastly, and quickly, I want to tell you the one kind of content you can do as a B2B marketer in 2020 that will get you more attention and engagement than anything else. Listen to this, because it really is one thing and it accomplishes several things. It is original research. Mantis Research and BuzzSumo studied this. And Mantis's Michelle Lin said 61% of B2B marketers who did it said it met or exceeded expectations, and 88% plan to do more of it next year. Well, hoop-de-doo, why does it work so well? Because B2B calls for thought leadership. And folks, a super high percentage of the thought leadership content being put out there these days ain't. It's thought repetition, not leadership. An Edelman and LinkedIn survey showed 58% of B2B buyers spend an hour or more every week consuming thought leadership content. And the good stuff caused them to give business to thought-leading brands. 61% said it even made them willing to pay a premium. David Dodd writes original research cuts through the noise, but only if it's real. And it takes two things to be real. It's got to add something new on a topic, and it's got to be authoritative, supported by evidence. New means original, evidence means research. Put it together, and it's the all-powerful content tactic of original research. That's the Content Marketing Quickie for this week. I want to give a big thanks to Boston Content for including this humble thing in their list of the top 15 content marketing podcasts you must follow. Their title, not mine. So please do. We'll be back next week to keep it up.